Boy Scout Troop 60 and the city of Papillion hold a dedication for the restored 100-year-old Scouts cabin that's an icon in downtown Papillion at City Park.
This log cabin was literally falling apart. We were so worried that it wouldn't last another winter. I think every time it snowed, Tony Gowan and the Parks Department would come down and scrape the snow off the roof because we weren't sure it would hold under the weight. And it was about that time we realized how important this cabin was from the community perspective. In those pictures, you drive down 84th Street on a given day, and if this cabin wasn't here, we started to change the character of Papillion. This cabin was critically important to that picture. And that's when the conversation started with Troop 60 of what can we do to save this cabin.
Back in 2017 is when I got involved. The city reached out to the troop to ask us what we could do to save the cabin. Back then it was in a really poor state. Mayor Black mentioned the roof issues. We also had walls with big holes in it, and there was a lot of slumping going on the north side. We put a team of scout leaders together, and we met with the city leaders, and we had many meetings to plan out what we needed to do. A lot of what needed to happen was to find out if we could actually do this, because this cabin's in a floodplain. So the city attorney got involved, and we got all the permits lined up and came up with a plan and moved on to what was probably the most daunting task. We set an ambitious goal of raising $30,000. We put the word out through GoFundMe and social media and just word of mouth to the community. And after about 6 months, we met our goal. So, I mean, meeting that goal was awesome.
I wanted a simple life of being a wife, a mom, and a nurse. But that all changed on a cold February morning in 2014 when I lost my husband of 25 years to suicide, Vernon Junker. Vernon is the reason why I contributed to this cabin. Our families, which includes our two boys, Kyle and Eric, who are here, are both Eagle Scouts of Troop 60. We have spent many hours in the cabin, especially during Papillion Day's fundraising. The amount of pop and coolers and ice that can fit in that cabin in June is a sight to behold. And if it's real hot, you shut the door, you turn on the fans, and you open a couple of the ice coolers and you make your own air conditioning. How many of you did that? Quite a few. The troop knew that the cabin needed work and funds were needed. I decided after Vern left this world that I wanted to be involved with this project of cabin restoration. Vern would have wanted to see the cabin continue to be a place of Troop 60 to use for many years to come. Vern loved the outdoors and the camping programs that Troop 60 offered to him and the boys. He was just as proud of being involved with Troop 60 as the boys were. And sometimes I wonder if it was more him than the boys a few times. I want people to remember Vern, not for his final act, but for the role he played as a husband, a father, a Troop 60 assistant, a friend, and a retired veteran Navy commander.
The cabin earned a state historical marker in September 2020. We'll have more on this dedication in a future Papillion Now story. Thanks for watching. For Papillion Now, I'm Tori Pantaleon.